What's going on? By now, you know about Wisconsin and Jacob Black being the latest black man to get shot 7 times by Milwaukee's finest. And these racist police waited. And I'm going to tie it into why I had a problem with the NBA going back, baseball going back, all the sports going back. Because it took distraction. You can't possibly have sport events with saying Black Lives Matter and you're not out there in the front line. Being on a camera and being on that plantation with them racist owners, you can't speak to the truth about what's going on. And I like that George Hill of the Milwaukee Bucks said we shouldn't even be here. Because this is what you knew was going to happen the minute you get in the bubble, the minute that you are isolated from speaking on it, really. It's not the same as being front line. I'm sorry, there is nothing that can replace the color of your skin when they're still out here lynching. And it is minor. They don't stop, won't stop, can't stop. These racist police is killing black folks, shooting at black folks. It's just like its own pandemic, its own virus. Because racism is alive and well, and it's very strong. But anyway, needless to say, this latest one in Milwaukee is the same old same. Unprovoked and shot 7 times in the back. Same old same. You don't get anywhere by plea dealing. I don't need to hear Roger Goodell talking about he should have listened to Colin Kaepernick and all this mess. You got to hit them in the pocket. You got to make a statement, and you got to do it all the time. If you got to do like what they do in Portland and protest every night, then so be it. You can't let up because they're not letting up. You don't mean to tell me that you just shooting cap and you act like you just, obviously they're being trained and taught to hate against black folk and to target black folks. Because if they weren't, this wouldn't be happening. But you obviously see the puddings in the cup of what's going on. This is just another, and you would think that the arrogance and the smugness wasn't so blatant that they would ease up. But they can't. They won't until you really take a stand. But you can't take a stand when you are occupied. Are you really occupied with basketball or baseball or hockey or some sports? Are you that occupied to be entertained for what's going on? Because the lynching is still going on. And believe me, it's second. Whatever you're doing is second to it. You have to speak out, you have to protest, and you have to vote. And you have to make a stand and a statement. Because they're not letting up. So what are you going to do? And like I said before, if they make these cops have to ban guns, have to really use their taser, also have to respect black people and understand that they work for the community. The community doesn't work for them. But that arrogance is being taught to attack black folks at all costs. But I am not trying to hear somebody being in a bubble giving their take when you're not out here protesting and marching, because that's where it's really at. That's where your voices really matter. Not being isolated on the plantation. And that's what they're trying to do. But it ain't stopped. It ain't stopped. The agenda is alive and sadly well. And Jacob Black, thoughts and prayers with his family. This is just another slap because we haven't gotten over Breonna Taylor. She still hasn't gotten justice from them racist cops. And they haven't been charged yet. And we don't know what's all going to happen with George Floyd. And let's remember how they tried to be all slick and they were going to go on lower case charges. So we'll see how it all plays out. But anyway, give me your thoughts and takes about Jacob Blake, another black man being shot up in Wisconsin. I'd be curious about your thoughts and takes. Hit the like, subscribe, and the bell rings. New video. Wash your hands. Keep your mind clear. Watch out for one another. And sooner or later, you got to take a stand. Do you want to be entertained or do you want justice? I'm out.